One of the problems with doing things the way I did things in terms of testing mechanics and what have you in Elden Ring is I didn't actually test anything. I just sort of played the game. Because why would I do anything else after waiting for 3 years than just play the game? One of the downsides of just playing the game is when I come across something interesting and it only happened once, I don't want to just hop on here and be like, this happened one time, and therefore this is the way it is. So I don't do that. But I am now sure that what I saw is indeed what happened. Sometimes what you see isn't what happened. And that's a message for real life, too. You can take that with you. You can learn a little something. But I watched Ouroboros Twin Blade Invasions video, and I saw the exact same thing happen to Oro. There is definitely some sort of anti-spawn camp mechanic for invaders. And it goes on for a long time. Like a really long time. And you could be like, well, that seems like it goes on for too long. And yeah, maybe it does go on for too long. But as all it's ever going to do is punish people who attempt to spawn camp invaders, I don't care. In the open world, you're probably never going to get spawn camped, but down here in these dungeons, it's possible. Because these dungeons are pretty small and cramped, people could potentially spawn camp you as an invader. But look! Now, here's a question. Does that... I mean, he hits me as soon as I swing at him. Is that the way it works? If I take a swing, is my invincibility gone? Or is it just a set amount of time, and it just so happened that I swung at that exact time? I don't know. That's the sort of thing we'll have to test once the actual game comes out. And the other thing in this video that I wanted to talk about was spell parry. Spell parry. That's it. I love spell parry. I'm a huge fan of it. I think it's great. People have been asking for this since Dark Souls 2, a game that came out before Dark Souls 3, if you can believe that. People were like, hey, there's spell parry in this game. We should be able to parry spells and shoot them back. And I was like, that's crazy. They'll never do that. But then, they did do that in Elden Ring. There are still questions about this mechanic, like, how is the damage calculated? Does it depend on the person who is parrying the spell? Or does it only do damage based off the person who cast it originally? Maybe if you upgrade your spell parry shield, it does more damage. Maybe not. Maybe it just depends on how much damage the original sorcery was going to do. I don't know. That's another thing that we'll have to test once the actual game comes out. However, just the inclusion of this being able to spell parry blue stuff. You cannot spell parry incantations or anything else. You can only spell parry blue stuff, which is all sorcery related. What I'm parrying right here is actually not a sorcery, but it is an Ash of War. And this Ash of War, if you put it on your weapon, allows you to infuse your weapon with magic. Sorcery. So I'm able to spell parry that. Not technically a sorcery, but basically a sorcery. But you cannot spell parry incantations or miracles. I like to parry the spell and then shoot it back, not at the caster, but at his friends. So they can finally see how annoying this is. How annoying it is to have to dodge not only the person swinging their weapon at you, but having to dodge the magic from some jerk off screen somewhere. And I'm just so in love with the spell parry. It's fantastic. And this video is fantastic. And you're fantastic too. We're all fantastic together. Thanks for watching. Later, y'all.